Well, what's going on, Gecko man?
What was that? Um,
So I start this every time.
yeah, but not like that. So what have I been doing? Well, I've been playing a new game, new video game. Will you just call?
Anyways,
It's called Tin Can.
okay.
Still early access game, but very fun, very stressful. A lot of problem solving in it.
Oh, fun.
You're in an escape pod,
Okay.
and you just have to survive.
Oh, fun.
You have to deal with any problems that might arise in the escape pod, like
Right.
failing oxygen. Be sure you get your oxygen changed and stuff. Your CO2.
Yep.
Be sure I'll just call it generator. I don't think that's what it's called. The core, the whatever powers the pod is not overheating and stuff
Yep.
like that. It's so stupid because every time I've played it so far, I have like tried to get all the access, because you're leaving the ship,
Right.
but you have to go into the storage rooms and grab stuff in a certain amount of time before you leave. So stupid. And so I would grab stuff because this is my first time playing. I don't know what I need. I don't know what's gonna fail first.
Right.
And every time I've played, the first time I played, I was bombarded by like 5 things failing, and you have to like turn on the screen, look at a code, open up your manual, find the code, find what it is, go to that page, find what it is, and be like, okay, so I need to change the screen. All right.
Fun.
It's so stressful.
Yep.
Especially when you have 5 things beeping at you. So far I have like almost failed twice, but yet still succeeded.
Wow.
Because they have it where you can see how long you can survive.
Right.
Or you can do like, you have to survive for 10 minutes. You have to survive for 20 minutes, 30 minutes,
Right.
and stuff like that. So I just started with the simple 10 minutes. Was really terrified, thought I lost, and then I survived. Whew, that game gets you jumping out of your seat.
That sounds like a fun game. Sounds like something I like to play. You know, I like those stress-inducing games.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I decided that next week I'm going to go ahead and stream some gameplay of this on Twitch.
Okay.
I forget my Twitch name, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the description below, or wherever you see the description. So you can find the Twitch if you want to come watch me fail. We're going to be doing it I am going to be doing it on the 26th of May this month.
All right.
Next week on Thursday at 5 or 5:30. So yeah, again, that is going to be the 26th of May, or May 26th.
All
There you
right.
go.
That should be fun. Should be fun. Maybe I'll have to watch. Maybe do a little reaction. That'll be funny. Alrighty. Didn't you also finish a show recently?
Oh
About last week?
yeah, Amphibia finished that. Now that was a good show.
Okay.
Not as good as Gravity Falls. Might be better. No, I'm just joking. Like I said, first season, it's okay. I need to watch it again because, like, there's so much in it that I missed. But the final episode, I cried. And this wasn't just like some simple tears going down. I full on cried on the final episode, as well as the final episode was such an anime moment. And they even say, man, this is such an anime moment. So it's funny, but and I just could not stop laughing on so many scenes in the final episode. It was good. It was good. It was a good ending for a show.
All right. I'll have to
And again,
definitely have to try out this show.
it's I cried because the ending, even though it's just Yeah, I can't say anything else without spoiling it, but I
All right.
cried.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, do you want me to like give a rating to kind of help you decide if you want to watch it?
Well, I know that based on what you've said, I want to watch. But yeah, if you want to give it a rating for all them fans out there.
So let me just point out, Gravity Falls, I would probably give like a 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Easy 10 out of
100
10.
out of 100.
Yeah, exactly. Amphibia, either an 8 or an 8.5.
Okay.
And that's just because, like I said, the first season, meh, it's okay. Not the best.
Okay.
Gravity Falls, the first season is
Right.
amazing.
Yep.
But Amphibia is just, first season was meh. It's okay. It has its moments. Not the best. But yeah, probably an 8.5. I'm settling on an 8.5 now. So there you go. Now you have to watch it.
Yeah, I do. Well, if you don't have anything else, I want to talk.
I mean,
some
I've only got-
Marvel rumors.
Oh, yeah. Let's get some Marvel rumors going.
All right.
Is Wolverine actually Cyclops?
Yeah, is he? Is he? Scott Summers and James Howlett Lewis. Anyway, so I got some news we'll start with that will lead to some rumors. So Fantastic Four, they announced who's going to be producing and writing the movie. And it's the team that did Moon Knight, which does make me excited. A little bit, but also kind of wary.
Moon Knight.
Right, it was a TV show. Like having the same writing and production team from a TV show, it's like, ooh, that CGI could have been done better type of thing. If they will have the budget of a full movie, of course, but it does leave me wary in some aspects of it.
Yeah.
Because there's probably going to be a whole lot of CGI with Human Torch, with the Thing.
And you said this is the writers.
Writing and the writer and the producer.
Okay.
So, which has a lot to do with, story and CGI. And I would say those are kind of some of the weak points in Moon Knight. But what can really help that is the director, of course, and there still hasn't been an announcement of who's going to be directing it. And so that does kind of make me think they're really trying for John Krasinski. Whether he will sign on to it or not is something that I don't know if he would do that. But that's first rumor. Next one, as I said in our last full episode, was we saw this shot from Thor: Love and Thunder, right?
Really?
It had Bast, the Panther goddess, right?
Okay.
And that made me start thinking about, in Multiverse of Madness, the Illuminati had an empty seat, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, who could be in that seat? Well, some deleted scene rumors came out for the Illuminati or Multiverse of Madness, and it seems, based on what the writers said and some stuff we saw in the script and whatnot, that they were really trying to fill that seat. Well, they thought about having a Black Panther variant. They thought about Namor. They really wanted it to be Namor since Namor's in the Illuminati in the comics, but they said they couldn't because Namor's working on the actors working on Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they couldn't really get any Black Panther actors to be a Black Panther. So it sounds like they had some actual footage shot of a Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider?
Yeah. I don't know if he was the last member, but it sounded like he did get killed by Wanda. What I want to know is who played Ghost Rider in that deleted footage. I don't know if we'll ever get it. That sounds like something that Marvel would keep very close to the chest until they release an actual Ghost Rider footage.
I guess that does kind of beg the question, since it was an empty seat. I guess that begs the question, if he's still alive. Whoever was in that seat is still alive, and will he show up?
So this leads to more rumors, unless there's something you want to talk. Do you want to talk about Ghost Rider at all? Who do you think? Who would you want to see? Do you think it would be like?
I don't know. There's could be a lot of good people to play Ghost Rider.
Right.
Anybody you think?
So when I think about it, right, they use some characters from old stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
They use some new people. The thing is, I said when I did my trailer breakdown, I did not think they were going to use that Black Bolt. That's why I said I don't know if Black Bolt will be on the Illuminati because that TV show is so bad. I didn't think they would use that Black Bolt.
Yeah.
They ended up using him. I said the exact same thing about Ghost Rider. Is Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider? Those movies are so bad. I don't think they would use him. Since they used Blackboard, maybe they have Nicolas Cage. Knowing Nicolas Cage, I don't think like he would sign on to Marvel project. But if it was just a cameo, he might. I really hope it wasn't, though. That was so bad. Those movies.
Yeah. I mean, they could all of a sudden just make him like really good, and
I mean, they did a lot better job with Black Bolt.
Yeah.
And then I've heard, a lot of people want Keanu Reeves.
As Ghost Rider.
Yeah. They also apparently talked to Daniel Craig, plays James Bond, Knives Out, such, to play Baldur the Brave in it. And he was supposed to just like be the last member of the Illuminati and die very quickly, but just like a short cameo. Interesting that they'd pick him. I don't remember if I mentioned it on one of our podcasts, but I had said I wanted him to play Captain Britain or somebody like that because he's British actor. I think he would really nail that. He's very physical. I've also, of course, I think last episode talked about Jason Statham possibly playing one of those characters too. But apparently they did actually talk about playing Baldur the Brave, which is interesting. I don't know if they also talked to him because that got scratched. It sounded like pretty early on, based on what the writers were saying, that maybe they had him play Ghost Rider. I don't know. But like I said, a lot of people have mentioned Keanu Reeves. People have mentioned, the dude from Game of Thrones, but I can't think of the actor's name. But anyways, him to play. Snow is this character, Jonathan Snow. Jordan.
Oh, I know who you're talking
Anyways,
about.
that actor
The
to play Ghost Rider 2, that's been thrown out there. I don't know who I'd want. It's kind of like I really liked Robbie Reyes's Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
And in the comics, Robbie Reyes's Ghost Rider's okay. He's very different. I think I like the personality of Johnny Blaze better. Like it makes more sense. And I really like the more like I think like Johnny Blaze's personality goes with the spirit of vengeance better, right?
Yeah.
Like he just like he's a chaotic neutral in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like he brings out that like that chaos a little bit better, whereas Robbie Reyes is a lot more mellow Ghost Rider, and that's okay. It worked really well.
More in control and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's fine. But like if I'm gonna get that more like chaos side, I do think Keanu Reeves could play that really well. He since he's getting older, I don't know if we could really like get like the young version of him, which I would probably prefer. Which we really haven't gotten even. And Nicolas Cage was kind of older when he did it, but anyways. I don't know. I don't know who they would have chose. I really think that with the Midnight Suns, and I'm guessing he'll be a part of, that's how they'll introduce him. I think that he would kind of be, so like Moon Knight seems like going to be like the main one, right?
Yeah.
And I think he could really be like the powerful one. And in that case, I really would almost want like a no-name guy to be put in that role. Somebody really new, somebody that we don't really know if we're gonna, but like if they get it right, I would much rather a lesser known actor than a well known actor.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts on that before we go on to some other rumors?
No, nothing yet. Continue on, please.
All right.
Continue.
So then, I wanted to talk about the Eye of Agamonto, because I was watching a video like breaking down Easter egg. No, what was it? I don't remember, but it showed the first time we see Doctor Strange in that movie in slow motion. And so, right, we see the Gargantos, right?
Yeah.
But we don't see him, right? We just see the bus being crushed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he like wipes away the veil or whatever, right? When we see that, the Eye of Agamotto that's on his chest turns red, apparently. Which would be like some sort of chaos magic that he's using in that case. So, my theory, running through my head, is that he was dabbling in the dark arts, like, from before that movie started.
Oh.
Because I don't know else why it would be red, right? Now, we go to the end of that movie, right? And he gets this eye on his forehead, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the comics, when he uses the Eye of Agamotto, sometimes when he's like using a lot of its power, he would gain a third eye on his forehead. And that was how he saw supernatural threats in our world.
Oh.
So my theory is now that he's unlocked that and drawn upon dark energy to do that, that is why Clea is now here in our world. Because she sees that he can see all the threats now. Like he is now on a level with her where they can see those threats and combat them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my theory. I don't know. It could just be like their little nod to the comics of, he uses the Eye of Agamotto to wipe away the veil. He sees them, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But here, something that, man, I wish I could remember what YouTuber I was watching that showed this, because he put it right up next to the comic book strip, and it's very similar, shot by shot with frame by frame of the comic, of him walking down the street with the scarf on and everything, and he can see all the demons and stuff that are out that he has to combat, and he's just like super calm, and it's very similar to the end credit scene. And that really makes me think that is kind of where they're going with that.
Okay. Only thing I really have to say about that, when you mentioned that, I do remember him, because I do remember a scene when they're running away from Wanda on the other Earth after she killed the Illuminati and stuff. He apparently, I think I saw the eye glow when he was trying to unlock the door.
Right, it does, yep.
Yeah. And I was like, man, that's kind of interesting. And that's the only time I saw it glow.
Right.
But
yeah, I totally missed it when I watched in theaters too, but
Yeah.
I got slowed down and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. So I was like, I wonder, like, is it just some magical thing that he now imbued with magic that can give him
Right.
strengthen his powers or something?
That also made me think of, like, when I saw that scene, in theaters, it made me very much think of Moon Knight, right? Because in Moon Knight, like, nobody else can see the creatures, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what type of tie there is there, except that they are doing the supernatural realm very similarly as it is in the comics, because in the comics, normal people cannot see the supernatural creatures, and the way they can interact with the world is very limited, and so it seems like they are doing it similarly there. I do think that
I feel like
ties
that
it together enough that it does make me think that Moon Knight and Doctor Strange will probably interact in some sort of, maybe Moon Knight asks him to join the Midnight Suns or whatnot.
In some future thing, yes. I mean, there is one thing I do want to say with you saying limited things they can do in our world. I mean, I feel like that tentacle monster at the very beginning was doing a whole lot of stuff.
What I'm saying is, like, so in the comics, there's a lot of pocket dimensions that are like in our world, but not fully in our world. Like that's like that. Like in not Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, that Giza, right? That's like a pocket dimension where the gods can come down and talk through their avatars, right?
Yeah,
but they can't just do that anywhere, right? Or Khonshu, he's in the world, but he can't, affect it very much. So like Gargantos could only affect stuff in our world at such a high level because he had fully come into our world.
Okay,
Whereas,
that makes sense now. I was wondering.
Yeah. So, like, yes, they can if they're fully in our world, and depending on how powerful they are.
And also, I
But
guess
there are, like, in the comics, like I said, I don't know fully how they're going to be in the MCU, but in the comics, like, there are creatures that he can see that live in our world but have basically no power, kind of like Khonshu did, right?
Yeah. I guess also as well, the creature at the beginning was basically controlled by Wanda. So,
Right.
but yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah, going back to Thor: Love and Thunder, that started this. So there is seemingly, we know that Wakanda Forever is coming out. We know that the goddess Bast has been mentioned before in Black Panther when they talk about how, when she first came and the vibranium and the heart-shaped herb and all that, right?
Yeah.
When they're talking about how the Black Panther has his power and whatnot. And we know that the ancestral plane is an actual place that even outside of Black Panther has been mentioned now by Tawat or whatever. In the in Moon Knight.
Oh yes.
The hippo's like, there are a lot of different afterlives. The ancestral plane, it's a beautiful place or whatever,
Yes, I remember that now. Okay.
So they seem to be tying together these gods, and it seems like with Gore the God Butcher coming, there is going to be we're going to see a lot of them. Like I said about the trailer last time, like we're going to see Olympus, we're going to see all the gods there. We're going to see I'm guessing the Ennead, a lot of that. Hopefully no Eternals. Let's just forget about that.
Yeah, let's. Unless the only thing I can say is only if they're really, really good.
Well, but like they clearly showed they can't. They failed miserably.
Yeah, they did a really horrible job.
Yes,
Moving
there's
on.
going to be more. The Eternals will show up at some point, but I really hope that a lot of them are just forgotten forever.
Like
Anyways.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Anyways. And then, but yeah, it does look like we're gonna get like a Kong of what are we gonna do about Gore the God Butcher? Like he's killing all these gods. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, the question is like, what gods are we going to see him kill? What god is he? Is he going to be going after one god, or is he going to be?
I mean, he's going after. We know he's going after. That's what he does in the comics. Like,
okay.
I think I mentioned this last time. Like his backstory is basically he feels the gods let his people down. Like his whole race got killed, and he feels like the gods could have protected him, and so he gains the power to kill the gods, and so he's like, all right, I'm going to kill them all. They let me down.
So he's going out to kill every god
across the entire multiverse.
Okay, so he's going to be kind of
everyone he kills, he becomes more powerful.
That's scary.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know who they're going to show him killing. I'm guessing a lot of Olympus he's going to kill.
So am I supposed to expect that in Thor: Love and Thunder there's going to be some kind of race between the two, between Thor and Gore.
A race?
Like to like they find out which god he's going to and stuff.
And they're like, I don't know. I don't know exactly how they'll tell his story. I think that I don't want to give too much away based on what I've seen, but like it seems like there's going to be something happens where he, like Thor's going to find out that he's killing gods, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when he's going to leave the Guardians of the Galaxy, because he's going to be like, oh no, I need to go deal with this.
Yeah.
He's going to go back to New Asgard, and when he's at New Asgard is going to come under attack from, I'm guessing, Gore or like some entity that's helping Gore or something.
Yeah.
When that happens is when I think Jane Foster's going to gain her powers as Mighty Thor.
Okay.
What?
It just I feel like that's kind of a weird thing to have happen, but I guess that also makes sense with the way they're doing the whole they like quickly going into the battle and stuff.
Right. Well, I think that like there has to be some reason in my head, there has to be some reason for her to pick up Mjolnir.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think like them being attacked, it could like call to her in some way, and she'd be like,
Oh,
"Yeah," and try.
takes
and
a
when
plane.
she
That
touches
takes forever.
It, when she touches it, it fixes itself and she gains power.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think is going to happen with that. And like then when they're in attack, like they're going to somehow fend him off. And then that's when this whole shot that I'm talking about happens. Is like the gods all get together, like we need to deal with this. And I'm guessing because of what you see in the shot, besides Bast, is other characters that seem to be main characters in this movie. And so I'm guessing like the main characters in this movie are going to be like calling this congregation of the gods to figure out what to do.
Okay. All right, then.
Anything else you want to talk about Thor: Love and Thunder? Or shall I move on?
No, I think so. What I was trying to say about the whole race, like they've learned that, what's his name is going after a certain god, is like they find a clue that he's going after, like, let's say he's going after Khonshu. All right.
Right.
And they find out, oh, he's going after Khonshu. Let's go and beat him there. And so they race, they get there, and he kills Khonshu.
Right.
Not that he will.
I don't know if I think that'll happen or not. Not sure how they're going to tell that part. I do think like there will be like them chasing him in some sense, like in like just like he'll be getting there before them and killing a bunch of people. And I do think sometimes they'll get places before him and have an actual battle with him. So yeah, I do think there'll be some of that.
Okay.
One thing, since you mentioned Khonshu, this reminded me, Bast and Khonshu are very similar in the fact that, as we learned in Moon Knight, the other gods don't really like Khonshu because they went to this pocket dimension, left Earth, and he wanted to stay and event or judge evildoers still, right? And they don't like him for that, right? Bast was similar, where they're part of the Ennead too, and they stayed to help their people in Wakanda, and they don't like them for the same reason.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what that means, and I don't know exactly what that means for Black Panther. I don't know exactly like what if, because like Black Panther is not the avatar of Bast the way Moon Knight is the avatar of Khonshu. So, like, I'm guessing Bast will probably die in the movie. I don't think Khonshu will, because like we have Moon Knight. Without Khonshu, we don't have Moon Knight.
Well, are you expecting Khonshu to pop up in?
I mean, it sounds like if Bast does, I kind of feel like other parts of the Ennead might, which makes me think Khonshu might.
Okay.
The thing is, if Khonshu does, Moon Knight does, and I don't know if Moon Knight's going to be in it. So that's the only thing that makes me think that because he is separate from the Ennead, and the fact that they don't like him and he don't like them, they could have that be in the pocket dimension, and he just doesn't show up because he doesn't care about them.
Yeah.
And then they end up dying, and that could even be something that like later is like guilt on Moon Knight's shoulders or whatnot, on Khonshu's shoulders if on his. But I don't know.
I can imagine him saying something like, "I'm going after Khonshu next" or something like that.
Right.
Which is but
like that. It's one of those things like could be a cameo that they could do, but I also kind of don't think they will.
Yeah.
I think that if Moon Knight had come out a year before Thor: Love and Thunder came out, maybe more likely. But because it's only been like 3 months, like they didn't know how well it's gonna hit. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of all for Love and Thunder. Going back to Moon Knight, I guess there was also some deleted scene talk by some of the writers there. Apparently, there was a scene with Gore fighting the Ennead that was deleted.
Really?
Yeah. Which then makes me think that maybe in Thor: Love and Thunder, the Ennead might not show up. They might just be referenced that he killed them.
Okay.
I don't know. Or it wasn't a scene where he's killing them. I think based on what the writer said, it was like there was going to be a scene where just showing what time period it was in when the Ennead mentions that Gore is killing a gods.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Maybe mention Bob, he ain't here because he got killed by Gore. You know,
Bob. Whoever talks about Bob.
So So I don't know exactly what the scene was, but the writers did mention that there was like at least a reference, if not a scene, with Gore in it.
Okay.
But that also, like I had said, we don't know what time period it necessarily takes place. There's nothing telling us that this takes place at a specific time. There's, dates we saw on a few things, but I think that does mean it's happening very much at like the same time as Multiverse of Madness, I'm guessing, and that's kind of why Doctor Strange doesn't show up in Moon Knight.
Yeah.
And then that'll also be like, it'll lead right into happening, I think Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and Thor Love and Thunder basically happen at the same time. That's why Doctor Strange is probably not going to show up in Thor Love and Thunder and such. All right. That's all I got for rumors, I think, unless I feel like I'm forgetting something.
No, is so he, much so I was real fast today is Gore, is that his name? I can't
Gore
get
the God Butcher.
Yeah, Gore the
played by Christian Bale.
Yeah, isn't he going to be like this big CGI?
He's going to be mostly CGI, I believe.
Yeah, okay. Because I feel like it was either him or someone else, but didn't we talk about how someone had like this big CGI villain or something?
When?
It might have been a Multiverse of Madness thing, but
I don't know.
Okay.
I do think he's going to be very CGI'd.
Okay.
Based on the shots I've seen, there definitely is some like level of like makeup on him still. Like it's not just like he has a motion capture suit and it's completely CGI. But there's going to be a lot of CGI for him.
Okay.
But he does look good, I have to say.
For now.
Like I said, he wasn't like, we don't see him at all in the trailer. Like it's just been clips here and there.
Okay.
Very small snippets.
And when is this supposed to come out again?
July 9, I believe.
July. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so like basically Obi-Wan will end the week that Miss Marvel starts, and then Miss Marvel last episode will come out the week before.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. Cool. I'm a little now talking about Gore. I'm kind of excited to see this character. Yep. Sounds like he might be a very interesting villain for Thor.
Yeah, I mean, in the comics, he is a very good like opposition to Thor. Like they fight, like I said last week, I think, like they fight a lot in the comics. Like it's not a one-off villain whatsoever.
Okay.
I think they picked a really good one. I didn't even mention rumors about Beta Ray Bill, but we'll save that for next week.
All right.
We will see y'all later.